Good morning. Breaking overnight, the stage is finally set for the royal wedding. The palace answering the key questions just this morning, including who will walk Meghan Markle down the aisle. And with less than 24 hours to go, the excitement and crowds are building here in Windsor. The new details we've just learned about the ceremony and the guests, plus an exclusive conversation with Meghan's co-stars who will be attending the wedding, and a special behind-the-scenes look at the spectacle on Royal Wedding Eve, today Friday, May 18, 2018.
From NBC News, this is a special edition of Today, Road to the Royal Wedding, with Savannah Guthrie and Hoda Kotb, live from Windsor, England.
And good morning, everybody. Welcome to Today on a magical Friday morning. It's morning back home, but here it is midday, beautiful Windsor, England. It's the eve of the royal wedding. We have a castle, we have blue skies, and I mean, I smell love in the air.
I definitely smell love in the air. And can you believe our vantage point? When I first came here, I turned around and I go like, are you kidding me? But it is sitting right there, Windsor Castle. It's a beautiful setting for tomorrow's big festivities.
We have so much excitement. Yeah. Can you imagine how Harry and Meghan feel at this moment? It is crunch time for them. And we now have an answer to one of the biggest mysteries of this wedding. Just this morning, the palace revealed it will be the father of the groom, Prince Charles, who will walk the bride down the aisle.
Yep, they also made it official, announcing Harry's grandfather, Prince Philip, will in fact be at the ceremony. The 96-year-old had hip surgery recently, and until now, it wasn't really clear if he'd be feeling well enough to attend, but he will be there.
He'll be there. Harry and Meghan actually head back here to Windsor later today after a brief visit here for Thursday's rehearsals. Now, we do know they're going to be staying in separate hotels tonight.
I wonder if they're in all, maybe one of them's in ours.
Could you imagine?
We are right in the right spot. And from our spot up here, you guys, we can see that a very important guest has, in fact, arrived. We have learned that the Queen is right across the street in residence.
We can see this because we have such a good vantage point. Take a look. The Royal Standard is flying over Windsor Castle this morning. That's the flag that flies if the Queen is there. If the Queen were not home, we would see the traditional Union Jack.
And speaking of the Queen, she's meeting Meghan's mom, Doria, for the first time today. Can you imagine what Doria's feeling, too? Introductions to other members of the royal family took place earlier in the week.
Well, we are fired up for this, and we have fanned out across Windsor, up and down the procession route, from the castle gates to High Street to the long walk, and we've got it all covered. So let's start just below us. NBC's KEIR Simmons ready to go. KEIR, good morning.
Hey Savannah, hey Hoda, good morning to you. Great to have you here, both in Windsor with us. And finally we know Prince Charles will walk Meghan Markle down the aisle. We can call that, I think, a conventional choice in an unconventional situation. Meanwhile, how must Meghan's mom be feeling as inside the walls of Windsor Castle there, she gets ready to meet with the Queen? Another look at that royal standard indicating that the Queen is here. NBC News understands that introduction will happen this afternoon. And oh, to be a fly on the wall.